Number 3, the Goblin Stalker. 3:30 p.m. afternoon. Then we see a guy. He got done watching TV. He goes grab a drink. Then he walks up the stairs. Then after a few minutes, we see a goblin. The goblin emerges. Then he looks at the window, seeing if anyone's home. Then he does a 360 for some reason. Then he looks around. Then he goes to the dumpster. And after a while, we see him emerge. He's at the railing. He's struggling to get up the railing somehow. Then he climbs over it. He walks, and then the door opens. Then we wait a few minutes. Then the goblin seems to be struggling. Then the goblin manages to enter inside the fucking home. He shuts the door. Then he crawls on the ground. He crouches. Then he runs up the stairs, and then he vanishes. Some people think that this was a hoax, but me personally, I think it's not. I think that's a real goblin. It seems like he's trying to get probably trying to send the guy to the Goblin Kingdom, but who knows? Maybe the guy has died, but who knows? Number 2, room 709. As we can see, a man seems to have he's going down the hallway A. Then he seems like he's thirsty. He goes to go grab a drink. He's trying to grab a drink. He crouches down to grab the drink. He grabs a drink. Then he walks down to room 709. Then he opens the door. He seems to be struggling to open the door. Okay, now he opens the door. Then he runs out in a panic. Then the goblin emerges. The goblin seems to look around all confused. He does 360s for some reason. He seems to be wandering around. The guy has died. Some people think that this is just a guy dressed up as a goblin for a costume party, but that doesn't explain why. The eyes look exactly the same as a goblin, but who knows? The eyes don't look like human eyes, they look like goblin eyes. But so I just don't think that's the case. There's no way that a guy is dressed up like an exact goblin, but who knows? Maybe it was a guy dressed up as a goblin. And me personally, I don't think it was. Also, some people think that that's just the same goblin that's trying to bring another guy to the Goblin Kingdom. But who knows? That probably isn't. Me personally, I don't think it is. So yeah, that's terrifying. But let's go on to the next one. Number 1, the Goblin Stalker of 7-Eleven. As we can see, we see a man. He enters inside the 7-Eleven looking for stuff. Then he grabs everything he needs. He goes over to check out. Then while he's checking out, he keeps on checking out, looking around for some reason. He looks really anxious. He seems to be almost done checking out. He's still looking around pretty anxious. He looks pretty nervous, like something's watching him. But then he reloads his gun for some reason. Then after a while, we hear something we hear him grabbing the other stuff. He's still yapping for whatever reason. I don't know what he's doing. But then the door opens. A goblin emerges. He looks scared. Then the goblin gets angry. Then he starts jarring at the person. Then the footage ends. Some people think that this is a really evil goblin monkey. He's stalking the guy. He was stalking the guy for some reason while he was buying his items. But who knows who this goblin is? This goblin's really weird. But who knows? Some people think it's a hoax. Some people just think it's just a guy, just a random crackhead, homeless man that's just trying to sell a guy some weird food. But who knows? I don't think that's the case though. I think that's a real goblin. Because we've seen 3 goblins. We've seen like 2 goblins already. That has to be a real goblin. There's no way. So yeah, that was pretty spooky.